Hey guys, if you're listening to this video blog, thank you for tuning in. I'm currently driving right now. This is probably not the safest thing to do. Kids, do not try this at home. But I'm going to keep my eyes on the road, so if I'm not looking directly at you, don't get upset with me. I was asked to do an update on the metabolic damage. So I'm 3.5 months in of rehabbing my metabolism, and I'm currently up to 250 grams of carbs a day. I was carb cycling. I was doing one high day, 2 low days, which is the pattern I was doing after I backed out of prep for Southern States. And then I changed it to a high, medium, and low day. And then I ended last week. I wanted to test to see if my body was capable of handling 250 grams of carbs a day, because that's what my high carb day was up to. So I was like, you know what, let me just test the waters and see what happened, if I gained weight, whatever. And I didn't. I maintained the weight I was at. I did gain a couple of pounds in the process, but apparently, that's what's supposed to happen. You have to get a little bit of fat on your body in order for your metabolism, in order for your hormone levels to get back to a normal functioning state. However, with that said, you want it to be a very slow gain, like no more than 1 pound per month, which is what happened, which is exactly where I'm at right now. So from my perspective, I'm going to say things are going pretty well. Oh yeah, my fats are up to like 78 to 80 grams a day. I mean, it was a very slow process. I started out with, I want to say 57 or 58 grams of fat a day. And you just slowly just keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing your, as Dr. Lane Norton quotes, your metabolic capacity. And it works. So, all the people who have sent me emails, asking for help, they're crying out for help, like, please help me. I've been stuck like this for a couple of years, and it's a different range of people. It's female competitors who are getting ready to do their first show, competitors who are out, are done with their competing season, and even people who are struggling with an eating disorder. After the time I came out with my first post about it on Instagram, my emails blew up like crazy for weeks of different people reaching out to me begging for help. So, it's a serious issue that people need to be more aware about, unfortunately, and know that there is a different way of doing things. I get a lot of people now coming to help, asking me for help, to help with their preps for shows and everything, and I've had to actually turn a lot of people away, not because I don't have the time to help them. I do have the time to help them, but it's like, they're like, I just started training, I just started getting serious in the gym for the past 5 months, and I'm like, dude, you have very little muscle, you have very little mature muscle, so if you're dieting away now and you're living off of 1,500 calories a day, you leave us no room to diet down. And I'm not going to be held responsible for messing up your metabolism. I'm not going to take that liability. So, it took me 3 years of building muscle before I stepped foot on that stage. So sometimes it gets a little irking that people, just stepping off of the street into the gym, and all of a sudden, all of these networking sites are glorifying competing. It's not an easy sport to get into, especially if you don't have your metabolic capacity to a point of where it will be easy for you to diet down. Like Lane Norton said in his first video blog about metabolic damage, who will have a better chance of losing fat? Someone who is maintaining their weight off of 3,000 calories a day, or someone who's maintaining their weight off of 2,000 calories a day? The person who's maintaining off of 3,000 calories a day is going to have a much easier time, because they're leaving plenty of space and room to deduct, and they're not going to be starving. They're not going to be doing 2 to 3 hours of cardio a day. So that's what you want. But someone who comes in and is like, I'm only eating 1,500 calories a day, I'm doing 45 minutes of cardio a day already, and they're not even competing yet, you leave no room. You leave no room to diet down, because now what you're doing to yourself is you're going to set yourself up where you're going to have to deduct your calories to a point that's probably below your resting metabolic rate, not even including your physical activity levels, and add a ton of cardio. And you're setting yourself up for metabolic failure. So this is something that I didn't know about either before I got into competing. You know, I was maintaining off of like, who knows, 1,700, 1,800, 1,900 calories a day before I even thought about competing or getting ready to diet down for a show. I was already doing an hour of cardio 5 to 6 days a week on my own, because it's just what I like to do in the morning, you know. And so I made it harder for myself going into my first show, into my first diet. You know, I had no choice but to take the strict route or the extreme route. And that's not something you want to do. So I'm glad to say I am maintaining off of anywhere between 2,300 to 2,500 calories a day right now. So it's gravy. I'm only doing 2 to 3 days of steady state, maybe 30 to 35 minutes each time. I'm doing 1 to 2 days of HIIT cardio, and I change it up from the Jacob's ladder to the stair mill, to sled pushing, weighted sled pushing, and that's it. And I'm heavy lifting 5 to 6 days a week. So hopefully when it's time to diet down, I have a very easy time doing that, because now I'm leaving plenty of room to do things to help my body go into fat burning mode by either adding cardio or, deducting calories here and there. So that is my metabolic damage update. And to all the people who might be experiencing this, do know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. It is reversible. It's not, some people take the word damage and they're like, damaged, I'm damaged for life, I'm done. No, you're not. It's just you have to fix it and reverse it. And if you're experiencing it, you have to stop dieting. You have to eat. That's all you can do. You have to eat. You have to taper down off of the steady state cardio. And that's pretty much it. With that said, I'm going to go do my 1 to 2 sessions of steady state cardio right now. Happy Memorial Day, guys. Bye.